What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to say what's up. I'd like to be able, again, like I said, once my schedule starts to straighten out a little bit, kids are in school, which they are, I'd like to be able to do these multiple times a week. Wanted to really get out there, let y'all know I love you, answer all the questions you have, and just have a good old time, man, because I like discussing things. And since we're not going to trade shows, since we're not doing a lot of things we used to do, this is my way of interacting with you guys. This is my way of talking to you. This is a way of answering all the questions you have. However, I will say that things are going to get a little bit better. For example, travel's back, man. I was in Sacramento with obviously Marc Bell. We got a lot of epic content. The podcast is up now on Marc Bell's channel. You'll see that on the Marc Bell's Power. Why am I blanking on that? Hold on. It's on Marc Bell's Power Project. It's on there. It was great. It was a 3-hour podcast. We're going to break those into smaller segments. I'm going to actually be putting some on my YouTube channel right here, guys. And so what I want to do today, and if this is okay with you, is hopefully we get some good questions. So all the questions you have, I want you to ask them right now so I can answer them when I'm done giving you my update. Okay, so all the questions you have, ask them. And I will go ahead and I will answer all of them when I'm done with this. I have a half-hour limit. My kids come home from school. I have to take them to soccer, and I'm hungry as all shit. So regardless, let me give you my update. I flew out to Sacramento on Monday morning, really early. I landed there at noon. We filmed literally from when I landed. We went straight there until last night. I flew home. Flight went at 12:15, middle of the night, midnight, all right? Flew home, got home at around, I think got to our house around 10:45, got some meals in, got a little bit of work done. One meal in, actually. I had a cream of rice, some MTS Whey, and an outright bar. And then trained with my wife in my garage, or my gym. It's a carriage garage, but it's finished as a extra gym. So it looks like a garage, but it's finished. What is it called? It's got heating and air, so it's a finished area. It's included in the square footage, non-garage. So nonetheless, let me go ahead and tell you what's going on in my life. So as far as my diet's concerned, okay, if you're concerned, if not, stick around, ask all the questions you can because I will answer them, right? So as far as my diet's concerned, we still have a lot of calories in my diet. So let me give those to you. So my diet is on 5 days a week. So 5 days a week, it's 300 grams of carbs, 280 grams of protein, 70 grams of fat. Food choices can vary, but generally speaking, I don't eat much meat outside of fish. I eat a lot of salmon, a lot of shrimp, mostly wild-caught salmon. That's my protein source. MTS Whey, I'll have between 6 and 10 scoops a day. That's a large portion of my protein intake. Obviously, some protein from the outright bar. Carbohydrate intake, when I travel, I eat a lot of rice cakes because they're easy and they're portable. When I'm at home, I eat mostly sweet potatoes. I don't eat much bread. I eat a lot of cream of rice because it really digests easy. Probably eat that 2 to 3 times a day, and a lot of bananas, okay? As far as my fat intake, it's pretty much outright bars and salmon. I fill my fat with outright bars because outright bars are amazing. Amazing. I usually have 2 to 4 outright bars a day, depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing. Okay, now 2 days a week are my higher carb days. I do those back-to-back days because when I eat one higher carb day, I actually end up losing weight. My body just for some reason kicks into overdrive. Everybody's different. So what I'll do, usually Monday and Tuesday will be my higher carb days. I'll try to place back or legs or some really hard days on those days where it's 500 carbs, 280 protein, and 70 grams of fat. When I travel, I actually meet in the middle where I will have 400 carbs, 280 protein, and 70 fat. As for supplements, it is what it is. I take a lot of supplements. One thing I noticed that I did do a video on is I was out of peak Physicor. We ran out as a company for a while. I put it back in, and I have noticed that my longevity, my endurance, and my wind, so to speak, during training is much better. As far as joint care, my joints were hurt a little bit. They feel amazing now. So what I did is I was taking machine motion. I threw Muendo in with it, Ambrosia Muendo. That helped. As far as HRT, we're still rolling with the same thing. Tested its normal dose. You know, I'm at 300 milligrams testosterone a week, 2 IUs of HGH per day, 5 days a week. I take metformin, 500 milligrams twice a day. Armor Thyroid 60 milligrams once a day, and my doctor just prescribed Winstrol, stanozolol, which used to affect me and make me sleepy. However, talking to my good friend Alex Kickle, we decided to take it before bed, and I've been taking it for the last week. I've hardened up, and things are going really well. My HRT doctor, if you don't know who he is, just I'll go ahead and link it down below when this video is done, is over at Hormone Health and Wellness. I link them all the time on every physique update on my Instagram. So if you go on my Instagram at Marc Lobliner, you can see who my HRT doctor is. So my prescription, what I can have is what I just said. Winstrol and Anavar is actually prescribable and legal if you have a prescription for it. So no black market stuff here. It's illegal and you don't know the quality of it. Again, I'm not against breaking the law, so to speak. I just don't trust the quality of it. And well, I mean, I really don't need to have the DEA bust down my door and find illegal stuff. All right, so I'm not riding dirty at any time. All right, so that is my HRT update. As far as training, phenomenal week of training over at Marc Bell's gym over at Super Training in Sacramento, which is still closed down due to COVID. However, it's his gym, so we were able to train there. So training has been intense. Now, I've been training a lot of hard and heavy body parts, hitting most body parts twice a week, including chest, including shoulders. I've been training 6 to 7 days a week. My recovery is fantastic, whether that's the HRT, whether that's the additional Muendo, whether that's the GH kicking in. I don't know, but I'm feeling great. Oh, I also add in asparagus and broccoli, usually asparagus as my green veggie source. Again, feeling great. Never been better, but training, generally speaking, I'm going to be training at home a lot. I found that I'm distracted at the gym, and at the gym I've been doing, I like a lot of Arsenal strength equipment, but I found myself doing more of the barbell stuff. I've just really enjoyed going heavy. My leg days have been really focusing on squats, and I found that I get the better pump and muscle activation from squats than I do leg press. Squats also do not negatively impact my knees. So I've been doing a lot of squats, shoulder press, bench press. I've been using the slingshot and repping out. I got 45 reps with 225 with the slingshot yesterday at Marc Bell's, and I've just been getting better workouts. So I'm gonna be training really focused, intense, radio blasting on my own in my own home gym. I'm gonna be staying away from the gym. I need to focus. I found that I'm not focused in the gym. It's nothing against the gym. Right now I'm in a zone, and when I'm in a zone, I just want to be left alone. I want to get in there. I want to work hard. I'm going to get 60 to 90 minutes. I'm going to overtrain, and that's where I'm at. So I'm going to be training a lot in my gym at home. And the beautiful thing about that, it saves me about 40 minutes of commute time. And right now our business is blowing up. We just had our first purchase orders from Target. So we're going to be in Target.com, I believe, in the next week or two, which is phenomenal, amazing. And then we're going to be in Target stores, in over 500 Target stores across the United States, starting in March of 2021. So thank you guys for making that happen, for supporting us. Another note, we are still the #1 bar, and the gap between #1 and #2 is growing and growing and growing at the Vitamin Shop. And I'm very blessed and fortunate that you guys have been supporting us, and life has been good. Travel is going to be intense. So this week, obviously, I was at Marc's. Next week, is that next week? So next week, actually this weekend, we have the grand opening at Carbon Culture in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where I will be launching our new pre-workout for MTS Nutrition. MTS Nutrition Sniper, details coming soon. I won't really release, just know it's fully dosed, most transparent. You can figure out what's in it because we have videos on it. If you look at my playlist, you'll see that we have Supplement Industry Exposed, where Brent Laffey over at Armada Nutrition, our manufacturer, and I actually formulated the workout and showed you every step of the process. The most transparent pre-workout formula ever created, MTS Nutrition Sniper. The week after that, I will be flying out to New Jersey, where I will be having an event on the 26th at Aries Nutrition in New Jersey. The Friday before the 25th, I will be visiting those heroes, those patriots, those great Americans over at Attilis Gym. I don't know what time, but I'm guessing around 4:30 or 5 o'clock. in New Jersey. That is Attilis Gym on the 25th. And then you could look at Aries Nutrition. I posted on my Instagram, and we will be there, I believe, 10 to 2. And I'll be there with such legends as Kevin Lavroni and some other impressive individuals at the Aries Nutrition parking lot bash in New Jersey. COVID might still be going on, but COVID can kiss my dick. Because I'm going to get out there and I'm going to meet as many of y'all as possible. I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to give you a hug if you're cool with that. I'm going to hand you out a free protein bar, and we're going to have a good time. And if we can train together, we're going to train together. It's time to come back. It's time to be one. It's time to unite. It's time to come together. It's time to help each other reach each other's goals. And I'm excited about that. So if you're not excited about that, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm excited. So that's my update. If I missed anything, I sincerely apologize. Oh, what is my cardio? I don't purposely do cardio, but every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when I'm not traveling, I walk my dog while my kids are at soccer practice. And every night after dinner, my wife and I go on what my kids call a boomer walk. A boomer walk. So that's that. Anyway, I'm going to skip to this question. I do not have ADHD. I'm just really healthy and energetic. If I had ADHD, I wouldn't be sticking to a topic. And I wouldn't be able to do what I do. There's a lot of people successful with ADHD, but it's very, very, very hard when you have ADHD to focus without medication. I know a lot of very successful millionaires with ADHD, but I do not have ADHD. But I'm having a feeling that Eric is just trolling because then he asked am I in my 50s. One more question that's the least bit insulting. I'm just going to block you, okay? And you can go ahead. Wait, I got something. Hold on in my pocket for you right here, Eric. All right, so we're going to move on. One more insulting question or comment, and you are out of here. Travis, yes, ADHD, you could be just fine with it, but you know, Lane Norton, who's a good friend of mine, I believe he has ADHD, and he medicates for it. Obviously, the dude's a PhD. He does really, really well. Anyway, podcast was great. Honestly, David, I said this and I mean it. One of the greatest times I've ever had. One of the best moments of my career was being with Marc and his team over at Super Fitness or Super Training over in Sacramento, California. And you have to be very special for me to go to that shithole known as Sacramento. So I really appreciate them having me on. And there's going to be a lot of content. We have probably over 50 total videos filmed in the last 2 days. All right. When would you change sets or reps in exercise or program if you're bored besides that? Honestly, if you're bored, when you stop making gains, when you stop making gains or you're bored, I always have people, hey man, should I change my program? I'm like, well, are you making gains? Yeah, I've gained 2 pounds of muscle in like 2 weeks. I'm like, no, don't change your program. Bottom line, change it when you want to change it or change it when you stop seeing results. Generally speaking, I get bored. I switch things up, and it's not because Eric says I have ADHD. Marc, do you think Trump will go down as one of the best presidents in history, maybe top 10? 1960s, okay? One we always used to joke about in the 90s with Desert Storm and Desert Shield is that the peace in the Middle East. Trump brokering those deals in the Middle East and brokering peace in the Middle East. Trump will go down as one of the best presidents as far as international policy and peacekeeping is concerned in the history of the United States, if not the best. What Trump has done in the Middle East is tremendous. And I don't think we realize how tremendous it is what Trump has done in the Middle East. And I do, but the media for some reason do not like him and will not give him the credit he's due. Look, whether you like Trump's handling of COVID, whether you like Trump's abrasiveness on Twitter, what Trump has done in the Middle East, at least give him credit for that. He's done great in the Middle East. And he's done great not getting us involved in new wars. And he's done great bringing our brave men and women, troops, home from overseas. So for that, I do think Trump is doing a great job. And that's just speaking on that. We'll leave this away from being a podcast about MAGA or Trump. And remember, guys, I'm not the biggest Trump fan. I'll call it like it is. And right now, as an independent, I'm pretty happy with the job that Trump is doing. And if you don't like me because of that, that's fine. I probably don't like you either. What does cream of rice taste like? I'd say it's pretty benign. It's not bad. It's a blank slate. So what I do, and if you saw my video, is look up Cream of Gains. I posted it last week. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead. I'm going to link it. I'm going to do you a favor because I'm right here at my computer. and I'm going to link it in my comments in this chat. Okay, guys? And what I do is I'll show you exactly how to make it. So Cream of Gains actually utilizes MTS whey. I really like, I'm going to link it right now, guys. I'm going to link it right now. I really like the peanut butter fluff in there, but any flavor we do is really good. Cream of rice is delicious if you sweeten it and you do it right. What do you do when your calories are low and cardio high, but not under 15% yet? We got to define what calories low and cardio high is. Generally speaking, you either take a diet break, which you might or might not need, or you lower it even more and raise cardio even more. Some people just got to get really dirty. And when I was a lightweight, I used to have to take my calories so low. And now I really don't, but that's after years of training and conditioning my body. So again, it is what it is. How do you track your macros instead of total calories? As other coaches say, like Greg Doucette guy. I don't know what Greg does. I just do macros. I don't do calories because macros equal calories. So how do you track your macros? Well, you look up what the food has and you fucking track it. You set what you need. Like for example, my macros are for what I want to do based on my deficit needed. Today, my macros are at 300 carbs. Okay. They're at 280 protein and 70 fat. So as I eat food, I track them. And at the end of the day, I make my macros hit. So at the end of the day, if I'm lacking 12 grams of carbs, I'll have a rice cake. You know what I mean? So you just do it. Could we see a Governor Lobliner? If I did anything, I would run for Congress. And even then, my wife is vehemently against that. I am currently campaigning in the Lobliner household to make my wife let me go into politics later in life because I owe it to my country to give back. Because look, here's the deal. We talked about this at Marc Bell's, is that generally speaking, politics is a way for stupid people to steal money and become rich. All the really smart people are going into private enterprise, private business. Marc Bell, myself, Elon Musk. I know Elon Musk is way better than us, right? But look at that talent. Like, you think Elon Musk is going to waste his time being a fucking senator? No, dude, Elon Musk is out there building spaceships. So the bottom line is the people you see in politics are just power-hungry, talentless hacks. And I think I could be a slightly better power-hungry, talentless hack than the current power-hungry, talentless hacks. And what I would do is I would term limit myself to two terms. So I don't get caught up in the whole, the bullshit that happens. Do you track micronutrients? I don't know how you would do that. I just take my machine greens, my nectar, and my immortal every day. And I also take quercetin, which I will have a new brand. We're picking them now, Foods Quercetin. I recommend everybody takes 500 milligrams of quercetin a day for its antiviral effects. I take extra vitamin D, D3, 5,000 IUs from MTS Nutrition Vitamin Vega D3. So I take a lot of micronutrients, but I don't track them. But I make sure I get certain amounts. Like vitamin, I get it in supplement form, but I also get it in my food. How often do you shave and how does one go about it when they start? My face or my body? So my body, generally speaking, I shave my upper body every 3 days and my lower body every 6 days. So it's usually like one day ahead. Like, so I shave my body on Saturday this week, it'd be Friday next week. My upper body, usually like Wednesday and Saturday, I'll shave it. My face, I try to get it done now that I got the chin strap thing going on. Usually every 2 to 3 days. Does the amount of protein you need to take repair and grow depends on what muscles you trained? No, just get gram per pound or a little bit more. Gram to a gram and a half per pound. From JP, does Big Five hit the total amount of weekly sets for each muscle group? Well, yeah, it hits its total amount of sets. I mean, it depends on the program. There's no like perfect amount of sets. It's dependent on the individual and their training needs. What up, Mark? What up, Travis? Long time no speak. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing beyond well. I'm doing fucking great. Christian, been using your MTS whey for 8 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. Appreciate your support in your business. Is 22.5% FFMI achievable for anyone? Fat-free mass? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. What are you trying to get at? Like, who's anyone? We need to specify what are we doing? What do you take for your ADHD? We already blasted you a little bit. Do you know karate? No, but I know crazy. You better ask somebody. Are you in your fit? There's Eric again. How do you stay lean and don't do any cardio? I'm very active. If you notice, I'm in a stand-up desk. I don't sit down, bro. I move. And I have great genetics for staying lean. My brother stays lean. I stay lean. Like, we're pretty good genetic. My son Thomas is extremely lean. And my daughter Cammie isn't naturally lean. She's more like my wife, but she's super strong. So we actually have really decent genetics as Lobliners. Shit, my nephew Jaden just accepted a very nice scholarship to play baseball at the university at Kansas State University. So genetics for doing cool shit is actually in our system. And I'm not saying, I'm not bragging, but I'm saying that some people might not have the same genetics as others. So they might not be able to eat as much. Like my wife can't eat what I eat and stay lean. She has to really watch it, you know? And that's just, you could blame God for that one. God hates her. How do you stay lean and do, okay, why is COVID still a thing? Because they want it to be. Are you a karate warrior? Hey, Mark, would insurgent cause acne? The concurrent increase in testosterone from insurgent, 20%, shouldn't be enough to cause any adverse estrogen or hormonal related side effects, just the good stuff. It's a 20% increase in free and total test per the data. No question, just comment. I planned a cheat on my birthday, wanted a cinnamon roll, but the day came, I opted for a s'mores outright bar. Love them things. You know what? When Josh from Transit Carbon Culture, when he won Mr. Tennessee, first thing when he got off the stage is he ate a white chocolate crisp outright bar. It's fucking good. I'm looking for dojos to challenge. Are you the sensei? Okay, Arch, you're just getting annoying now. Do you enjoy your time with Marc Bell? Marc is one of my favorite people in the world. We're very much Mike. Our kids are around the same age. We both really dorky white guys in fitness. You know, it's like, and we're both we have similar mindsets. We both have successful businesses. We're both entrepreneurs, and we both like lifting weights and making bad dad jokes. Are you going to take the vaccine when it comes out? There's more of a chance of me shoving this shaker bottle in my urethra than me ever taking a fucking COVID vaccine. What ages would you recommend for Barracuda and Insurgent? 18 plus. Hopefully they don't enforce it. They can't. They can't. And they won't. And if they don't allow it at schools, we're going to homeschool. My kids aren't getting that fucking poison put in their body. No. Average amount of muscle a natty can gain in a lifetime with average genetics. I don't know. What is that natty doing? Like, are you training hard? Are you eating right? Are you in a surplus? Too many variables, too many tangibles. The bottom line is, you don't know till you try. Who cares? I always say, who cares? Are you going to train harder or less hard because I said a number? Like, what if I said 32 pounds? What does that fucking mean? You either train hard or you don't. Okay, at the end of the day, maximize what God gave you, bro. Can you do high reps with heavier medium weight and not do cardio, keep lean? It's all about caloric deficit. Cardio isn't a magical fat burning device. All cardio does is helps you to create a caloric deficit. That's it. Like whether you cut your 100 calories from your diet or whether you do it on the treadmill, there's a little bit of difference in visceral versus subcutaneous fat burned or stored based on the data. But no, it's not that big of a deal. Cardio is not 100% necessary, but it is for a lot of people because they need it to get in a sufficient deficit. Okay, any anti-police statements? I'm going to give you this one morning, Che. I know you're a troll. Any anti-police statements or pro-Antifa statements? America is a free country. This flag stands for freedom and First Amendment rights. My YouTube channel is not. My YouTube channel is 100% a dictatorship, and I am the man with the dick. So, that's your last warning, sir. Or ma'am, or whatever the fuck you identify as. What is your current power level? 3,000. Mark, that fireman t-shirt is one of my favorite that I have. I use my points to buy it. This is great. I'm going to do a whole line of America stuff. We have our election shirts coming next week. You're going to really like them. We have some for you liberals and some for you conservatives. I'll leave it at that, but you're going to love them. Mark, what's your opinion on Biden? What don't you like about him? Well, one, he was against ending segregation. And as I said on Marc Bell's podcast, that's a deal breaker for me. Whether it was in the 70s and the fact that he's been alive long enough or in office long enough. Yeah, he's been in, like, I'm 40 this year. My wife's 40. He's been in office longer than we've been alive. We weren't even a gleam in our daddy's eyes when that motherfucker started. You know, I don't care. I don't care if it was in 1940 or 1970. If you're anti-ending segregation, you're not getting my vote. Sorry. And he has fucking dementia. Hey, Mark, I think you said before you had hernia surgery. It wasn't hernia. It was a hernia, but that was a symptom of my problem, which is a complete diastasis tear. Right now, my training's amazing. Watch me train. And then you can watch me whip and watch me nay-nay. You knew I was going there. I do. Katie was trying to distract me from work. She was trying to have sex with me earlier. That's what you never come up and hug me during the day. You couldn't resist me.
It was the first time you were gone in a long time. It's quiet
down here. Okay. Mark's. Lobliner, you're better than Musk and Trump. You earned your wealth. They're born into theirs. I don't know if I'm better than Trump or Musk. I think we all have our unique set of balance and skills. And I'm not as smart as either of them. I'm more grimy. I'm the grimiest motherfucker you'll ever meet. I'll always find a way to get it done. I'm grimy. You know, I'm scrappy. That's the word I told my daughter. I told my daughter this. I said, if somebody is talking about your soccer and they say, you know what, she's scrappy. I'm like, that's the greatest compliment you could ever get. Scrappy, I always loved that word. I remember I had an article written about me in high school when I played football. And it's like, Marc Lobliner, he's aggressive, he's big, he's fast, and he's scrappy. And I was like, it was in the Culver City News, Katie. Remember that? And when I read that word scrappy, I'm like, okay, big, whatever. Fast, whatever. Scrappy. Scrappy's a mindset, you know? He's scrappy. That means you'll fucking scrap and scratch and fucking fight. Love it. Scrappy. I want to get a shirt that just says scrappy. Katie, write that down. That's a fucking great shirt. Scrappy. BLM is fake news. I believe, again, I'm going to say this once and I'm going to leave it. Black lives do matter, but BLM is against the nuclear family and they're kind of a Marxist group and they haven't been doing nice things. So, yeah. Anyone else follow Marc on Twitter and Instagram? I do. The guy's an asshole. Marc or Marc Bell? Me or Marc? Which Marc? There's too many Marcs. Thanks for the no bull, all fact videos. Take it easy, my guy. Thank you, Colton. I'm 25 years old, dad, and I'm on a budget. What 3 products should I buy at Tiger Fitness for health and muscle growth? Okay, 3 products. Okay, go with Clash because it has creatine and beta-alanine, or go with Sniper. It'll be in next week. Clash or Sniper. Nectar for overall health, and Immortal. Immortal, Clash, Immortal, Sniper or Clash, and Nectar. Wax on, wax off. No, wait. Karate Kid? Y'all ain't old enough for that shit. You guys think Will fucking Smith's kid's the Karate Kid. That's bullshit. What was the name? Ralph Marcinio or something? The Karate Kid? Fucking get on it. COVID, equal political action to control the country. Thank you, Jose. Thank you. Zach, creatine for sure. Yeah, creatine. That's what I recommended Clash. Yeah. What's your opinion on IGF-1? For longevity, I wouldn't inject IGF-1. I just don't know. I mean, I know that's what but I like HGH for longevity when you're older, like me, and your IGF-1 levels start to diminish. I love my HGH. I love it. I mean, my hair's thicker. It's darker. My nails grow back quick. My recovery is great. I'm able to stand here. I also took some of that mind bullet that Marc gave me. That shit's like fucking cocaine. I haven't slept. Like, I literally took naps on the plane. I haven't slept in a day and a half. And I was up at 4:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning because I had work to do before we filmed. And I'm flying. And I trained squats after landing. Then I took some of that shit before I went on the Will Cow Majority. I'll be on that show. I'll be on his next episode. That was an awesome, awesome fucking interview. Here I am. All right. Maybe greens. Oh, there you go, EJ. Oh, please stay away from that poison they call a vaccine. Yes. I would be willing to fight the government if they were mandating vaccines. I would take up arms against the federal government if they tried to mandate that fucking vaccine. Absolutely. The police shouldn't be dealing with Antifa. The military should be dealing with them as a terrorist group. Brandon, I agree with you. If Trump truly labeled them a terrorist group, we need to go in and send in the Marines. And the one thing I know about the Marines, being that I traveled with a Marine all week, my camera guy's a Marine, he had, check it out, he had an extra pair of shoes, clothes for 3 days, and all his computer and a camera in a fucking backpack. A backpack. Marines are awesome. But Marines don't keep the peace. Marines kill everyone. So I say we just send the Marines to handle Antifa. That's my opinion. Wouldn't 18 be a little young for insert? No, actually not at all, Brandon. Endogenous testosterone boosters will not alter or negatively affect your natural testosterone levels. So it won't have any negative effects. And the studies on the ingredients in Barracuda were actually done in young males between 18 and 22. Enjoy a good sleep aid. I wouldn't put that in my top 3. Thank you, bro. Back to blue. Absolutely. Blue lives do matter. Just don't arrest people for not wearing masks or fine them. Please. I'm trying my best not to be that guy, but it doesn't matter though, because in my county, we don't got mask mandates because I live in America. Tennessee. All right, not Nashville though, those fucking crazy liberals. Doing yoga? Nope. What supplements do you recommend with Cypionate? Ambrosia nectar for overall health, but everything. Cypionate is a HRT. It's just bringing me up to a high normal, right? So it's not, I would say nectar due to the potential lipid profile issues. Big fan from India. What's up, India? Thank you, India. Thank you, thank you, consequence. I don't even know the song. Alanis Morissette, I don't even know the words. I just know, thank you, India. And then I don't know what the fuck the bitch is saying. It's like, what is it? It's like 20,000 spoons and all you need is a knife? 20,000? 10,000. What brand you take for HGH? The one that comes from my pharmacy. It's Omnitropin. But with you, brother, I'm fighting back that poison vaccine. Hey, man, I don't have that many bullets. But I can fucking throw shit. Nah, dude, no, I'm not taking that fucking vaccine. My kids aren't taking that vaccine. And luckily, I don't think anybody wants the vaccine. What I think happened, I'm going to end this soon. I got shit to do. Is I think Trump's going all on vaccine. So the liberals will say, don't take the vaccine. It's actually working quite well. Semper Fi. Siempre Fi. He said Siempre Fi. I think he means Semper Fi. That's like a Latino Marine thing. Maritino. Do you think Biden will accept Joe Rogan's invite? Not a chance in hell. There's as much of a chance of Chris Cuomo accepting my invite as Biden accepting that invite. See, the thing is, Jose, when you said Siempre Fi, I don't want to sound racist, but your name's Jose. So I thought it was like you're a Latino Marine. So I'm like, I thought it was like your thing, like, like Semper Fi, but like, that's not racist. That's what I thought. I'm a racist. That's systemically racist. I love Mexicans, man. I'm from fucking LA. Like, I was a Mexican for a while. I speak Mexican. Just kidding. I know it's Spanish. Nah, man. You guys know me. I'm not a racist bone in my body. Except for white people. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually pretty cool to be racist against white people, right? Siempre Fi. I think, Jose, you're on to something. We're going to start a whole thing, Latinos for Trump, and we're going to say Siempre Fi. It actually makes sense. Siempre Fi. Do you recommend a TRT clinic? Yes. So here's a good TRT clinic. Steve, I'm going to actually post it down in the comments. I'm going to link you to my exact doctor, okay? So I'm going right now. And here we go. Boom. Okay. LOL, I am not PC, Hermano. Oh. Okay, guys. Anyway, that's all the questions. I appreciate you watching. I've really got nothing to add here other than thank you so much. We'll try to do these. If you guys want these every day, just go ahead and comment down below, like this video. Again, if you want this more often, we could do this more often. I really appreciate you watching. Have a good day, brothers.